Welcome to Richard Mabey Presents.
Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. It's Monday morning, October 2nd, 2023. And I'll put this up either tonight or tomorrow morning, being Tuesday morning. Now, tomorrow being Tuesday morning. So Tuesday, October 3rd, I have to go to the hospital, and they're going to do this test on my heart where they put the blue dye in your veins, and they do this three-dimensional picture or three-dimensional model of your heart. Now, I guess they, so that it's almost like a computer graphic, where like they can move the heart around and look at it from different angles and that kind of thing on the computer after they've done all. So I think it's gonna be about 3 hours. So I have that. Basically, my number one. You see, that's the thing. I don't know which is more needs to be addressed. Priority, either my aortic aneurysm on my ascending aorta, or my two damaged heart valves, being the aortic valve and the tricuspid valve. And it's a buildup of calcium. And with that buildup of calcium, normally when the valve opens and the blood spurts out, actually I have this the opposite. Well, anyway, actually I kind of have this the opposite, but the valves open and then they close. On a normal heart, the two valves meet, and it creates a floor for the incoming blood to not to seep through. And in my case, because they're so rigid and they don't meet and close, so there's always blood seepage. So I think I'm going to go over. I did the aortic valve, but I think I'm going to go over in the very near future. I'll go over the tricuspid valve. So while I'm doing this little talk, Floyd is bouncing all over the place with this little ball he's got. It's really cute. So so the two valves. So anyway, he's so cute. He's like, he lost his little ball here. Hold on, I'll be right back. So, YouTube friends, I'm back. Floyd is having so much fun with this little ball. I mean, of all the toys he has a lot of toys. It's this little ball. It's about this big, and he just loves it. He's just he takes it in his mouth, throws it high in the air, and then he tries to catch it. It's so cute. So yeah, I'm going to go over in the near future, go over the tricuspid valve. So today I can't do anything strenuous, so I won't be able to do any yard work or do anything. No, I hope he's here. He's so cute. He's right there. These guys are so funny. Okay, don't knock the camera over. They're so cute. They're so cute. Yeah. he's knocking stuff off my desk here. He's so cute. So I lost my train of thought. The tricuspid valve. So in the very near future, I'll go over the tricuspid valve. So yesterday being Sunday, I did the I don't know what to. engineered. I don't like to say I manned the soundboard. That's very chauvinist. So I um, commanded. Yeah, I like that word, commanded. I commanded the soundboard. So for the evening service, we have this gentleman, deacon in the church, and he's incredibly talented gentleman, singer, and I mean he should be recording. You know, he should be. These cats are too much. So he should be recording. He's that good. I mean, he is a really good singer. So my sister and I left for church, which starts at 6, but we left at 4. So we got there around. We're gonna meet Deacon James at 5:30 to go to synchronize the sound, the bass, and the tremble, and all that kind of stuff, and the balance. And each song, yeah, it's funny. Each song requires different settings. So anyway, we got to the church at 5, and we were kind of rushed. So we said, well, let's get some apple juice or something. So we went to the Dollar General, which is just like a couple blocks down from the church. So we went to the Dollar General, and I went into the Dollar General to get some apple juice, and we got a couple of donuts. I know donuts are not good for you, but it was just like a little pick me up thing. So anyway, so we go into the I go into the Dollar General, and there's this. As soon as you walk in, there's this little rack of magazines. There's a Mad magazine there, and it was what I used to call the Mad Giants, and they used to be 50 cents, and the regular Mad was 25 cents back in 1965. So anyway, it was a collection of uh, material from old Mad magazines, but the price, it was $14.95, with basically $15. So I was like amazed, like $15 for a Mad magazine. It just was amazing. And I find the Dollar General an interesting store. It's probably the closest thing to the closest thing, maybe to like a Sam Drucker, Ike Godsey General Store. And I know you can go here in Florida, at least you can go out of the way and go to these really small towns, and they have like these little general stores, and that's really neat, but they're hard to find. But I'm talking about like for the most part along the highway and that kind of thing, the less traveled highways, you see the Dollar General, and I think that's the closest thing to general store. It was kind of a neat little moment. I got the apple juice, and it was just I don't know. It's like real down home kind of people. And I don't know. I just like the feel of the Dollar General. So at any rate, there's something I really wanted to talk about here. So, been going through stuff, and my sister and I are having a garage sale. And the more high end things, the more valuable, the more collectible type of things, putting them on either Mercari or eBay, or now the new trend is Whatnot or something like that. So anyway, I'm going through this stuff, and for example, I have this 3-legged ceramic horse that my Aunt Clara gave to me when I was about 10 years old. So I'm holding the horse, with 3 legs. I don't know where the leg that broke off is, so I can't glue it back on, and it can't stand anymore. You know, it, well, you could like you stand it up, and then it just keeps falling down. So I said, it's you can't even put it in a garage sale because people will make fun of it and they'll mock it out, and I don't really want something as precious as Aunt Clara's the ceramic horse that she gave to me when I was 8 years old. I don't want people to mock that out. So I've got so much wrong with my heart. Uh, I've got 2 damaged heart valves. I have an aortic aneurysm. I have on my EKG, I have an inverted T wave, which means that my sinoatrial node and my atrioventricular node are not functioning up to par. Basically, the electrical system of my heart is not at 100%. So I get this every so often. I get this lub dub, 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 lub dub kind of thing. And then I have an inherited or a congenital heart defect known as a myocardial bridge. So, and then I have blockage in my carotid arteries. I haven't had, for some reason, respectfully, my cardiologist from hadn't checked it in 5 years, and 5 years ago it was at 20% blockage. So it's probably more blockage now, which accounts for sometimes I can't remember people's names, or I can't remember all the characters from a TV show and that kind of thing. Basically, I don't have the 100% oxygenated blood going to my brain. So, I'm getting a little forgetful on things. So, at any rate, the things that are not like the 3-legged horse is a ceramic horse, a classic example where you really can't. I mean, what are you gonna put 50 cents on it and then everybody will make fun of it? Hey, there's a 3-legged horse. Look at this. Hey, Lou, look at this. The guy's on a 3-legged horse, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna have to throw a lot of stuff away. And then I've gotten philosophical about it, that my memory of Aunt Clara is in my heart. My memory of Aunt Clara is in my heart. And I have some photographs of Aunt Clara to remember her by, but I don't need to hold on to this ceramic horse. I'm 70 years old. I've got serious heart defects, and there's no magic elixir, there's no pill, there's no prescription that's going to fix the physical limitations of my 2 heart valves. There's nothing. I mean, maybe at best a beta blocker, but that's going to lower my blood pressure. And I have low blood pressure now, so there's really nothing that can be done except to get the scalpel out. So and to replace one heart valve would be, what are the odds, coming through it? And I guess they're pretty good now. But when you have 2 heart valves that are damaged, so philosophically, spiritually, and practically, kind of emotionally, mentally, and actually physically, preparing for the grave. So he's so cute. He's got his ball here. He's so cute. Um, yeah. So I have to get rid of a lot of stuff. I want to get down, become what do they call that? Uh, Minimize. And I look at it like say I have a blue tub at random, and I go through this stuff, and I have like my old baseball glove, and I'm never gonna play baseball again. So and it has all this sentimental attachment to it. But what I can do is take a picture of it, and and then either you know put it up for sale at a garage sale or something like that. And it's pretty beat up. But I loved baseball when I was a kid. I loved baseball. And every year I would try out for the high school baseball team, and every year I'd get cut from the team. And I used to write for the Lincoln Park Herald. It was a town weekly newspaper in Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park, in around when I was in high school. I started high school in September of 1967. But actually, I wrote for the Lincoln Park Herald when I was in seventh grade. But Mr. Marino, who was the editor in chief and the owner of the Lincoln Park Herald, we got along. We got along well. We got along really well, and I would write 2 to 4 articles a week for the Lincoln Park Herald. Church news, scout news, like little neighborhood things, and that kind of thing. And sometimes I get a byline, sometimes I didn't. But it was really a neat thing. His son was the coach for, they called it Babe Ruth baseball in Lincoln Park. And it was sort of like you went Little League, and then when you got in high school, you played Babe Ruth League. So I was really a wonderfully fantastic, mediocre baseball player. I could get on first base pretty good. I could get, a bit bad. I could get at first base, and once in a while I get on second base. I wasn't a power hitter, and played outfield, and so I just wanted to play baseball. I loved the game, but there was a sort of another ulterior motive, and that I had such a crush on this girl in my class. Her name was Pamela, and so it was tough if you didn't play sports. You know what I mean? It was really tough. So I wanted to play baseball to kind of impress her. I'll put the cards on the table. So I did make the Babe Ruth team, and she came to quite a few of the games, but mostly I have to confess I played left bench. But one of the good things that happened was when I wasn't playing in a game, I started writing about the game, and I wrote I think, some really good articles, and Mr. Marino loved them. So, but actually, it was ironic, because I was really good at writing these little stories, these articles about our team, play by play, and you know, how the team, Louis hit the home run and all that kind of, in the bottom of the seventh and all that stuff. So ironically, uh, Mr. Marino's son, it was Nick Marino Sr. was the editor of the newspaper, and Nick Marino Jr. was the Babe Ruth baseball coach. And so because I was good at writing them, that gave young Mr. Marino more incentive to keep me on the bench. So it worked, I know. But anyway, I learned. I had never had done any sports writing, so that was kind of neat. Um, I uh, I I wrote for my college newspaper, and my first 2 years of college, I went to college and local college at home. So I still lived at home from September of 1971 to June of 1973. I went to County College of Morris and wrote for Youngtown Edition. And I used to do movie reviews. Every Friday night, they would have movies, and they would play like um, almost kind of cult films, like the Woodstock movie and things like that. And I would do the movie reviews. And I also wrote the what was happening with the student council, and also like little events in the college. And sometimes they get a byline, sometimes they didn't. My big break came in October of 1971, my freshman year, and that was I did the math here. I did the math here. 52 years ago, on the October 27th, 1971 edition of Youngtown Edition, I got my story on the front page. It was my first front page story, and I had gotten front page stories in the Lincoln Park Herald, but it was my first time in my college newspaper getting a front page story. So that really meant a lot to me. And it was a candidates debate for state senator or something like that. And I got the newspaper. I took a picture of the newspaper or a scan, and I have it on the computer, and I'll show that in a moment. But it was my big break. And oh man, it just my inward belief in myself as a writer just took a huge jump. And I said, I can do this. I got on the front page, and my buddies were saying, hey, that's a good story. Hey, you got on the front page. It was that kind of thing. So it was sort of this kind of major step in my own um, self-assessment, self-image as a writer. I'm actually a writer. And people took it serious. So I'll show that in a moment. But getting back to the stuff, the three-legged ceramic horse, yeah, I have to throw this stuff away. And I have a feeling that I probably have maybe at 70 with 2 damaged heart valves, an aortic aneurysm, congenital heart defect, and some other things, that I probably have I'll probably have maybe 2 to maybe 6 years left in my life. I think I'll probably pass away. I think the way I feel in my heart, and I get chest pains and all, if I make it to 76, I'll be happy. So I got to prepare, minimize as much as possible, and work harder in terms of doing the YouTube and my writing. If you want to check out my writing, just now there's another chap in England, and his name's Richard Mabey. So there's this constant battle between him and I to get on top of Google. So, but if you put in Richard Mabey Jr., that sort of gives me the jump on my counterpart, Richard Mabey, across the pond. And then if you put Richard Mabey Jr. space journey to truth, that'll give you like a whole theme or capsule of my writings. Or you could put Richard Mabey Jr. space Hickam, Hickam. I wrote a lot of stories about my dad at Hickam Airfield. So that'll give you, zoom in, and beat out the Richard Mabey across the pond. We actually did correspond each other and that kind of thing. And we have this friendly rivalry. He's a few years older than me. But it's funny, I used to write for the Independent News, and he wrote for the Independent News in England. We both worked in television, and it's just like we both were raised in our family homestead, our old family homestead, and grew up in small towns. We both had woods in back of our house. And here's the wild thing. In Lincoln Park, the woods, there was a path in the woods and led to the Morris Canal. And it was from my house to the canal was about a mile, or maybe 3/4 of a mile. And then Richard Mabey across the pond, he wrote me one time. He said, "Yeah, his family homestead, there were woods, and then a path that led to a canal." So it was like Twilight Zone. It was such a Twilight Zone thing, I'm losing my voice. So I got to learn to put a bottle of water by my side when I do my YouTube talks, my YouTube chats. Put a bottle of water there. So I'm going to show the front page, my first front page story in Youngtown edition, October 22nd, 1971, nearly 52 years ago. And I'll do that right now. So, YouTube friends, here's my big Youngtown edition. First time my first front page story, Candidates for State Senate Speak. This is volume 4, number 7, County College of Morris, Randolph Township, New Jersey, October 27th, 1971. And there's the college crest, Youngtown, named, there was a mountain, Youngtown Mountain, and Candidates for State Senate Speak. And this fellow was, let's try and get the Republican Senator Mariziti. And this chap here, Democratic candidate. Trying to get it to focus a little better here. Let's see his name. I can't really read it. Maybe I can enlarge this, and it's really having a hard time. I can't. I'll check that out later. But here's the story. Here's the story of two senators. They were both running for state senate. And this is, I'm losing my focus here. Here's the story here. Oh wow, this is really driving me crazy, this focus thing here. And here. And there's my Rich Mabey I'm gonna see if I can get a close up of the by. I really would have liked to have had the byline beneath the candidate. That would have been really neat, but it's not the way the editor did it. So what are you gonna do? Can't go back in time. So let me see if I can get a zoom in on that byline. Youngtown Edition, front page story, October 22nd, 1971. Zoomed in here. The Democratic candidate, his name was Garrett A. Hobart. Okay, so I have to go zoom down here. There's all this talk about marijuana and stuff. Legalize marijuana. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll zoom in on my byline. So, YouTube friends, there it is. There's my byline. Rich Mabey. Here's a conclusion or ending paragraph. Both candidates said they supported the bonds for higher education and for the Green Acres program full-heartedly. I really would have liked to have that byline been by the headline. See, like here, this bond issue thing. Now, this young lady, Janine Reynolds, I remember her well. Kind of had a crush on her. Anyway, she got her byline right beneath the headline. So, but what are you going to do? It's the way they did it. Can't cry over spilled milk. They had a rap session. October 28th was a rap session. So, good old days. Okay, be right YouTube back. Friends, that's going to be a wrap for this edition of Richard Mabey Presents. As always, thanks for watching. Appreciate it very much. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I need more subscribers. So I'll close and say a prayer for me. I got to go to tomorrow, which is, well, it gets crazy. Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. I sound like who's that guy? Paul Harvey? So Tuesday, October 3rd, 2027. I have to go to the hospital and get this 3-hour test. And they give you a sedative. I think they pretty much knock you out. So kind of work. Floyd's still throwing the ball in the air. He's so cute. So I'm going to wrap it up. So stay happy, stay positive, and stay healthy. This is Richard Mabey. Sign.